Yeah, no. So Battle Royale is like the one where it's like a Korean movie. I think it's Korean, and it's all of these kids. It's like the Hunger Games. It's like all of these kids on an island, and they're killing each other, but they're all actually played by kids, and it's like really ruthlessly violent. It's really crazy, but it's awesome as far as those kind of movies like Lord of the Flies things are concerned. But yeah, Jordan, we're just talking about movies.
You know me as the movie expert.
You are not the movie expert.
Jordan's like, let me tell you about the new Transformers movie.
No, okay. We have to talk about this for a second because Nick, you're one of these people, dude. You're kind of like those jaded movie fans, bro. Like you are.
I didn't even say anything yet.
No,
you like jumped on me.
No, listen, it's fucking bullshit. Because, like, all right, if I bring and Nick, you might like these movies because they're cool. But the prime example is Transformers. Okay.
I'm also a 10-year-old boy who loves flashing lights and giant robots smashing into each other.
Okay, thank you. Because it's fucking bullshit when people like bash movies like Transformers.
But they are bad movies. They're good movies in the sense that it's really good special effects that makes billions of dollars, but it's a bad movie in like storytelling.
No, fuck that. It's entertaining as hell.
I mean, I know people who I feel aren't jaded about movies. Like I feel like I know enough people who I don't consider like jaded movie snobs who still will say that Transformers is
literally everybody says it. The only person that hasn't said like, oh hey, I love Transformers is Jordan. Jordan is the only person that I know that actually likes the Transformers movies.
No, here's the thing.
They're cool. Now listen, don't get me wrong.
This is the weird thing.
Don't get me wrong. It's not like it's just the best story ever told, okay? Because at a certain point after like the second or third one, it's like it's repetitive and it's like not as good.
Because Optimus Prime dies in almost all of them.
but let's just talk about let's just take the first one as an example. Like the
first one's good. No, you can't use the first one as an example.
Why not?
Because it wasn't a cash grab. All the other ones after that were cash grabs. They were like, oh, we can make billions of dollars. Well, let's set this one in China we can get the Chinese market.
Let's take one of the ones with a completely different plot, like Age of Extinction, okay?
Yes, let's take Age of Extinction for example.
Because people will say that.
Hold on. Let Evan say this.
Yeah. First of all, just to everybody out there, welcome to our Transformers podcast, where we talk about Transformers movies. That's kind of what we're.
All I'm saying is if that movie came out in the fucking 50s, people would walk out of the theater
fucking shit. No shit. Yeah, in the 50s, they thought that War of the Worlds was real.
Then why can't we appreciate it? It's at least cool.
Hold on. Can I tell you why we can't appreciate it? Like, this is the actual reason why. Is because there are better movies that basically do the same thing. The Avengers, hold on. Marvel has set up 10 years of 22 movies that are not only humongous blockbusters that tell compelling stories. Transformers doesn't do that. They show jailbait like fucking Megan Fox named Michaela Bay. Her name was Michaela Bay after Michael Bay.
Nick,
so weird.
Comparison is the thief of joy. Don't do this. You're stealing from the joy stuff of the Transformers production. Okay, it's quality shit.
It's not quality.
I'm not trying to shit on you. Listen, I'm not trying to shit on Jordan's opinion here. Like, I know where you stand on Transformers. We've had this conversation before. Like, maybe not in front of Bell Nation at the beginning of our Taco Bell podcast right now.
In front of millions of people.
We have talked about this. I just, the thing is Jordan, I feel like you just will stick your neck out for the Transformers movies.
Yeah, only because you got stock in Hasbro or something.
It's because shut up. It's because like they're so attacked, and all I'm saying is it's at least cool.
If you're gonna defend something big and bad, defend like the Justice League or something, okay? Don't defend a terrible movie.
And also, if you take any movie and you put it back to the 50s, it's gonna look crazy. If you took the new Smurfs and put it back, that piece of shit would blow everybody's mind. So.
Hey, Hank Azaria as the fucking bad guy is pretty good. Okay.
I actually, I'm not trying to shit on the Smurfs. I have not seen the Smurfs. It just looks like it would be a bad movie.
Oh yeah, no.
I don't know.
I just can't believe this man said that Justice League was worse than the Transformers. Like,
Bro, Justice League was terrible.
Justice League was terrible.
Yeah, it was bad, but way worse. Like, not worse, excuse me, than the Transformers. Because the Transformers, they had bad jokes. They had really racist stereotypes.
Some of the worst, some of the worst movies that came out in recent history were Suicide Squad and definitely Justice League. They were so bad.
But Age of Extinction, that was amazing. Dark Side of the Moon. That is cinema at its finest.
They weren't incredible movies, but they were at least cool. And that's like for sure, like at least acknowledging, like, yeah, that was a cool movie.
The only good Transformer movie that has come out within the past 10 years is Bumblebee. If you haven't seen it, it's absolutely amazing. It is so good.
It's a little corny.
Oh my God. Okay. But I should have said it sucks. I should have said it sucks. So you're like, oh my God, it's amazing. It's Martin Scorsese should have directed it.
I mean, it was still cool. It just, it was corny.
Yeah, it wasn't as good as it was better than The Irishman, right? Right, Jordan?
Unfortunately, I haven't seen that one yet. It's
Neither have I.
It's like the longest movie ever. Like, I'll never watch it. Maybe
break it up in a series.
It's okay. It's no Transformers 3.
Oh man. Well, let's go ahead and start the show. Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Nick Ortiz, and with me, as always, is Devin Hanley, and of course, the Doritos in this holy trinity, Jordan Cravings Krennic. What up, y'all?
Woo woo!
Let's get
the sound of the train rolling into Taco Bell station. Lots of shit happening this week.
Yeah, well, today we're talking about commercials, and more specifically, the iconic Taco Bell commercials and jingles of the past. And this is going to be a two-part series. This is actually our first two-part series on Taco Bell. And this first episode, we really just want to focus on the 70s, 80s, and then, of course, the 90s movie tie-in promotions. We wanted to do the 90s and 2000s. We wanted to have like its own episode because the 90s was just humongous for Taco Bell. Not only did they have a bunch of movie promotions, but of course they had the era of the Taco Bell dog, R.I.P. Gidget. That's just such a humongous era that we have to give it its own episode.
Yeah. I'm excited to do our first two-parter. Like, come on, it's been 4 episodes. Our episode 4, we're already doing two-parters. I'm excited about that. I'm really excited to, for me, this is going to be like a real trip down kind of memory lane because, we remember we were part of that generation that was really big in the Taco Bell prime time in the 90s.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'm really excited to dive into this. I'm especially, and without really trying to ruin anything, I'm really excited to learn more about these cups, like fucking Taco Bell just giving away cups. And cups for years.
Seriously, a whole decade of cups. Like,
just growing that trash pile in the middle of the Pacific, exponentially.
I'm sure there's a collector's market for those. I'm sure there's like some people out there in Bell Nation that might still have their collectibles, and we would love to hear about that too.
If you in Bell Nation have a cup, please drop a photo of it on the post that we do on Facebook. Please find us on Facebook, put a post up. We would love to see some of your pictures.
For real.
Because seriously, how quality are these cups? Yeah. And like, did they make it to 2020? We
want to know if these cups we want to know if these cups still work in their cup functions.
Yeah, because I'm really interested in the toppers that they had. like the Darth Vader toppers and stuff from '97.
Yeah.
I remember my grandma had like one of the cups with the toppers on it, and that bad boy lasted easily to like 2005. Yeah, and then they just got beat up, just being in the dishwasher and stuff. But first, this just in.
Live from the Cheesy Gordita Bunch newsroom in Austin, Texas, this is Talk O' the Town with your hosts, Jordan, Nick, and Devin.
So, Big Bell is continuing to redefine the quick stop restaurant experience in its latest concept unveiled this past month. Now, Taco Bell, they're a brand that prides itself on thinking outside the bun. So what they've done is they've cultivated this new fast food experience. And what they're doing is they're actually trying to push some new concepts by Q1 of 2021. And of course, their new restaurants will feature some major changes. And the first one being, they're going to go ahead and minimize the actual restaurant itself. What they're calling it is the Taco Bell Go mobile restaurant, and they're going to be 53% smaller than the average restaurant.
I mean, they're pretty small already, dude. Like, it's not
they are
like
pretty small.
Massive. They're not very big. I mean, they don't want people sitting inside anymore? What's the deal?
Well, I mean, look at I think coronavirus has probably pushed it more towards that way. You know what I mean? Contactless
all
stuff.
drive-through and.
Yeah, well, so not only are they minimizing, the restaurant size, but they're adding dual drive-throughs, and we've seen like Chick-fil-A and Whataburger in our area.
They've mastered that shit. I mean, like, Chick-fil-A's drive-through is like a well-oiled machine, and it's amazing. It's impressive.
Yeah, no, it's super impressive. Taco Bell saw that and said, we can do it better. And what they've actually done is
this idea.
What they've done is they are now including a new priority lane for rapid service. So when you need that taco on the go, hit that bad boy in the app, boom, you're in priority lane, you're good to go.
You need that quick fix. You just can't you just can't stand waiting in that regular drive-through line for long enough.
5 minutes? I don't have 5 minutes.
5 minutes. I'm on the go. I need my cheese roll up now. You know what? I'm going to say, like, I think this is a Big Bell revolution, if you want to call it that. Like, I think that not letting people go into Taco Bell anymore is probably a good move. I think that the Taco Bell, for the most part, the Taco Bell interior is never really, like, as
comfortable.
Yeah, never as comfortable as sitting in your car in the drive-thru. Most of the time when I go to Taco Bell, I choose to drive through. Like I don't go to Taco Bell and say, hey, I really want to eat off of one of those tables.
Yeah, and the chairs are never comfortable. They're never comfortable. The booths are like super uncomfortable as well. But I will say this, it does actually make sense, because if you were to take this from like a legitimate accounting perspective and you look at what part of the building is actually making money, square footage.
Yeah,
there's
kitchen.
Literally no one inside those fucking Taco Bells.
Yeah.
Like, they're empty all the time, and like no one's like they're so far apart. Everybody sits super far apart because they can, because there's no one else in there.
Yeah. No. I mean, I wonder if
people at Taco Bell were practicing social distancing
yeah, they've been doing that for years.
I'm just imagining, like, if they decide to go through with this, like, we're going to, like, walk into, like, a Taco Bell in, like, 30 years, and there's just going to be, like, dust on everything. Just, like...
Well, Taco Bell has been moving towards this pretty much all year. They've seen the way coronavirus has impacted their company, and what they've decided to do is just go more of the tech route. So they've started synchronizing the digital experience. Taco Bell's been using Smart Kitchen tech to sync its app with the Taco Bell mobile restaurants, which will tell them, of course, when you arrive. It will actually also suggest the quickest route for like a seamless pickup.
Wow.
So yeah, this is super intuitive.
Who are they
I actually
Google Maps. Who they partner with? What's the one? Waze?
Probably. But
yeah.
I've used the app this week just to see exactly like how it works, and it was pretty fucking seamless. Like, I ordered it an hour in advance. I pulled up at the exact time. They're like, cool, just pull around front. They hand it to me. I was good to go. It was really seamless, and it was awesome.
Look at Bell Nation. Look at Big Bell taking care of the people.
So and I got some reward points.
Ooh. Oh, hey.
Yeah, you know your boy got
some
big money.
Mr. Taco Bell himself.
You can cash in those for some Taco Bell breakfast.
That's how you know you eat too much Taco Bell, when you can start cashing in your rewards points.
I'm trying to get a Taco Bell boat. Woo! Reward points. Another thing that they're doing, the fourth thing, is curbside pickup. Customers will now have the option to receive just contactless curbside pickup. And, of course, this is another move that will, extend beyond the era of Rona.
I don't know, man. Something about Taco Bell app just says I don't need that on my phone right now. You know what I mean?
Are you serious?
It does.
Did you just say that?
Are we
going to keep this in?
You'll let Chick-fil-A into your phone, but Taco Bell, your beloved restaurant that you do a bi-weekly show on, no, doesn't have access?
I don't know, man.
Quote unquote beloved.
I don't know. Something tells me like I'm just.
You don't even deserve any verde sauce.
Yeah, hey, big facts. Those are big facts.
Okay, all right. Let me just say this instead. I'm skeptical. Okay, I'm a little bit skeptical about like my return on how much I invest with release of these points here, because.
So you're just gonna go to Taco Bell without getting points now?
So you're
choosing not to get reward points and free stuff from Taco Bell because you're skeptical about something?
All I want to know is what's the point system here and how's it working? I need to get the app. I'm gonna download this.
That's what it sounds like you need.
I'm gonna download this shit and I'm gonna do it. You're right.
And then God forbid you have to cough up the $1.50 or whatever it costs without the loyalty points.
So another thing that Taco Bell is doing, and that we'll see at the beginning of the quarter, is they're introducing bellhops, and the bellhops they're going to streamline. Yeah, I know, it's pretty awesome.
That's great.
Why is that? We're the king of Taco Bell puns, not Taco Bell. All right, that should have been ours.
Yeah, I feel like they stole that from us. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So the bellhops are in order just to streamline the experience even further. Big Bell's adding tablet orders to the drive-thru and curbside pickup, all being operated, of course, by bellhops. So I think it's going to be pretty similar to Chick-fil-A in that sense, where they're going to have people out there probably in the second lane, just helping you with your order. You know what I mean? But they should have been calling their employees bellhops from the jump.
Absolutely. They should have jumped on that one in the 70s.
Yeah, exactly. When it was like popular. Now, like, I don't know, was it Sonic? I think their employees are called bellhops not bellhops. What are they called?
Car hops.
Car hops. Yeah, they're on roller skates.
I was going to say high school kids. I was just going to say I'm really curious because this is like, I don't know if we're going to touch on this or edit this out and leave it for another episode, but we big news in Bell this week is losing these items, all these new items that are supposedly going to be leaving. And I'm just curious, like, are all these changes that are happening to Taco Bell now happening at the expense of losing items from the menu? Do we know that?
What do you mean?
Well, I just mean it seems like in an effort to like streamline and make things more efficient and quicker so that there's no interaction in the restaurant, that they're severely limiting things on their menu and making huge cuts, like, obviously the potato items, but now the Mexican pizza and the chicken items and things like that.
By the way, what the fuck, dude? The Mexican pizza? It's a gym.
Well, one thing I did hear was that the Mexican pizza, one of the reasons they're getting rid of it is that it is the biggest waste. It's like there's the cardboard that it comes in, there's like millions of pounds of waste made out of that cardboard that it comes in every year.
Yeah, I've read that as well, that the reason why they're doing it is just to go a little more green. So I don't know. I'm excited. I'm cool with it. They're not cutting really any of the items that I like, and I don't really see them cutting the cheesy Gordita crunch anytime soon.
No, they're never going to get rid of that.
No way.
Yeah, so don't say never.
Oh yeah, I might jinx it. Where's the wood? Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, thank you. But yeah, they're taking away 5 new items. Not 5 new items. They're taking away some 5 items.
The rapid order, that's just got to be like for like the real hardcore Taco Bell. You got to go in there and know your Taco Bell like an auctioneer. Like, I'll take the cheesy gordita crunch.
Well, I think if you have the app, you're pretty dedicated. So if you already have the app, you know that Taco Bell's moving towards an app-based experience. And from the information given to us by Taco Bell, the app is going to cut down wait time by 15 seconds. That's it. I mean, I guess that's a lot in the grand scheme of things.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to get the app soon. But I will say this. If 15 seconds doesn't seem like a lot, but if you were to go into a dark room and count to 15, it would be much longer than you think.
I was going to say the same thing. And if you can like put all the times, if I could have 15 seconds for every time I went for Taco Bell, I've had at least a fucking 2-week vacation. At least.
At least, hell yeah.
That's like what they used to. That's like pooping at work. Did you ever like hear that thing?
Yeah, the statistic.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you get like a full 40 hours if you like do it, a couple times a day or something like that.
Yeah.
It's not a crime to poop on company time.
Exactly.
Honestly,
everybody out there in Bell Nation, when you go back, it's Labor Day tomorrow, but when you do go back to work, poop.
Yeah, take a poop on company time.
As a matter of fact, have some Taco Bell before you go to work, okay? Or on your lunch break, and you'll
guarantee a poop.
You're guaranteed a poop. Yeah,
it might not be nice though.
Thank you.
This is great though. Taco Bell not just serving us food, giving us more life.
Giving us a reason to take a break at work.
This is why we love Taco Bell. Giving us more life. That 15 seconds, it adds up, and we get to spend more time with our families. And we get to.
Sorry, I couldn't come home. I was held up at Taco Bell for 15 seconds. Sorry, Mr. Birthday Party, son.
But Dad, we haven't seen you in 20 years.
So, thank you for coming to the Cheesy Gordita Bunch News Center. Now back to our regular show.
Ground control to Bell Nation. This is our 1970 section. Grab your enchilito and your Mountain Dew.
So let's talk about the Taco Bell commercials. Now, I don't know, we'd created a playlist, and I think that we're going to release that playlist on our YouTube channel. So you can go and check out all the commercials that we've watched for this episode and the coming episode. But the first and the earliest commercial that I could find was was originally aired in 1976, starring the TV actor Patrick Duffy, famous for Dallas. Now, in this commercial, Patrick Duffy basically just goes up to the counter. He sees some dude just making a bunch of different Taco Bell items, and he's like, "Oh, well, which one's that? Oh, well, this is the enchilito. Oh, I'll take an enchilito." And it's just basically that. And then it ends with this, I think it's a really bad jingle, where they go, "Taco, taco, 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 Taco Bell." And then they say, yeah, it's terrible, right? And then the slogan that they say at the end is "the fresh food place Taco Bell."
I don't know what you have against the original 70s Taco Bell, the Taco 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 song. I honestly thought it was interesting watching those videos because you can see this downward spiral of self-acceptance where that Taco Bell has ended at. Because when you watch those advertisements from the 70s, it's much more like, hey, very happy. Like there's kids running around. The logo is very bright and happy
dude, the Letterman jacket,
Yeah, that kid. Oh my gosh, dude. Yeah, okay, so that one was kind of that one. The song had me feeling like, ugh,
creeped out.
It sounds like the fucking jingle from those puppets and those Muppets from Shrek when right before he walks into the kingdom.
Yeah,
exactly what that jingle sound like.
Just like a broken like a haunted animatronic.
Dude, exactly.
Well, the funny thing is the only thing that transcended the years was the Taco Bell jingle. Because it would go through different variations and ideations through the late 70s, but it would always end with Taco, 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 Taco Bell. which was I just think it's like a really terrible hokey jingle, compared to like the actual song is like pretty good. I like the actual song when they talk about enchiladas and burritos, and I don't know.
Opposed to that other song that you like, that's like nickel, 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 and not taco, 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 taco.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
I think I like, I like the jingle. I really love, like, it's so weird because we talked about this on our first episode about the enchilado, but like you watch these old ads and like, man, people fucking love the enchilado. Like it was like a part of the original kind of rotation of like popular items, but you look at it and it's like, it's just so weird. It looks like this like fucking weird, like melted snowman with these like olive buttons or something. I don't know. I was really like blown away when they showed the enchilada. I was like, God damn, that shit really was popular.
People did love that shit. Yeah, that's why it like made a resurgence in the late 80s, early 90s, because people just loved it. But yeah, so the jingle was the only thing to continue on into the 80s. But it would only, it would only go into 1 year because Pepsi in 1987, like we talked about in the last episode, had bought Taco Bell. But there'd been some kind of like leading up to it because Pepsi was like almost exclusively at Taco Bell, just like Coke products are at McDonald's. And in 1977, a year before Big Bell was sold to PepsiCo, Pepsi ran the 12 Days of Christmas promotion. And what it was is it was a bunch of, it's the 12 Days of Christmas in the little pint-sized glasses. And they would release 2 medium-sized cups every week, exclusively leading up to Christmas. And that was like kind of like their first success that they realized, like, okay, well, we need to release these cups like once a week or twice a week, one exclusive cup once a week to get people to come back.
So was this before or after? So they started doing cups before they were bought by Pepsi then?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, because they were working with Pepsi.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So that was a completely like that was a with Pepsi innovation then.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm pretty sure that Pepsi was the one who came up with this because in the beginning of the commercial, actually, and I'm sorry because I don't think I put this in the playlist, the commercial opens with like them showing a video of like a Pepsi soft drink machine, and then it shows Santa Claus, and he's like talking about these 12 days of Christmas, and then he maniacally laughs at the end. It's really creepy and kind of funny. But I did some research and I looked up on eBay to see if I could get a complete set of 12 Days of Christmas cups. And of course, I was not disappointed. I can get a full set for $25.
Nice.
I thought you were going to say like $4,000 later. I got the entire.
In 1978, the first movie promotion that Taco Bell had ever done, they partnered up with WB for the release of Superman, and they had the movie collector cups. And when I first watched this commercial, I thought because in the commercial there's this dude, and he was like, Taco Bell is selling exclusive Superman glasses, and I was like, why do we need like glass? I was like thinking like actual glasses for some reason, and then. Yeah, and then they show these like little cups, and that's where the first movie promotion with Taco Bell comes in.
So first of all, I love that Superman movie. The 1979 Superman is probably
the Richard Donner.
It's probably the best by far the best that Superman's ever been done. Christopher Reeve and Marlon Brando.
I can agree with that.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, I haven't seen that one.
Oh man, it's Jordan. You'd love it.
No, you'd probably like Man of Steel more.
Hey, bro, Man of Steel was so dope, bro. Oh my gosh, dude. They destroyed that whole town. Literally destroyed.
Yeah, how Superman, the hero, destroys this entire city?
No, it wasn't the hero. It was the villains. But it was great. I love that scene.
Superman didn't help. He wasn't like there rebuilding stuff.
I mean,
But I actually really like that ad because it's really simple. Like you can kind of see like you know, a lot of ads from like the early 80s and late 70s, they just like they're very simple, and I really like that. You know, if you're in Bell Nation, you should definitely watch the playlist that we're going to post. But the commercial is basically just this guy like sitting behind a Taco Bell counter telling you what's special on the menu right now, and then he shows you know an S on his chest, but that's it.
It rips off his glasses.
Yeah, he ripped off his glasses, tears his shirt open, is like Superman, you know.
But I love the simplicity of it. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, and I liked it because it didn't do the Taco Bell jingle at the end.
Yeah, because that jingle is I don't know. I don't like it either.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's hot trash.
That jingle is kryptonite.
Yes, that jingle is my kryptonite for sure.
Oh.
Well, you know, one of the things is, and what we're actually going to see this in the 80s, that's when they really start branching out to more stuff than just tacos.
'Cause in the 80s they had seafood salad. Seafood salad. Where's my platinum promotional cup?
So the 80s marked a completely new era for Taco Bell. Just 2 years prior to the 80s, they were just bought by PepsiCo. So what they did is they kept the jingle for just 1 year, and then they ditched the jingle and the slogan, one and only original Taco Bell. They only did that for 1 year in the 80s, you know, because their new owner daddy, Brad, aka PepsiCo, they wanted to appeal to the masses, you know, because before then they were only in like little niche markets, like it's not Sandusky, Ohio. Where was it? Where was other one at? Springfield. It was in Springfield, Ohio. That was the first one in across the Mississippi, and then you know, they were all up and down Southern California. So what they did is they changed the logo from a Mexican dude snoozing under a giant sombrero with Bell written, taco written on the sombrero, and then Bell written on a bell. And
they subtle in their racism there.
Yeah, and what they did is they just had the bell as the logo, which is probably one of the best calls Pepsi has ever made. Is just simplify the logo and have Taco Bell.
Other than not calling it Brad's drink.
Exactly.
They've made a couple of good decisions.
Yeah, so you know, with this newfound confidence, Taco Bell was ready to conquer the U.S. And from 1978 to 1983, they went from 868 restaurants to over 1,600. You know, just doubling in size, just because of these. I mean, they're not simple changes, because they obviously also just invested in some property and just put it everywhere. But I think it grew in popularity because of the simplicity of the logo and their, again, new owner daddy, Brad.
I mean, I always love the, like, I mean, I'm of that age now where I remember like when Taco Bell did like the transition in my lifetime to the new what the new logo looks like. I prefer the old logo, like the old Adobe looking,
the retro.
gold. Yeah, I wish they had kept that logo. I think it's much cooler. I don't know.
I think my favorite Taco Bell logo is the logo from Demolition Man.
From Demolition, I got to look that up.
Yeah, it's pretty badass. It's like a futuristic logo, and I think we should probably do an episode on the fast food wars that the Demolition Man talks about. I think it'd be really fun, really funny.
I mean, I like the new one because I like the neon. I know neon's kind of like coming back in some fashion. So I do like the neon. I like the new one. I think the innovation they've done is like just to make it more like to just make it even better, in my opinion, is
more good. Flashy, more catchy. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like
a little bit nicer, a little bit glowy. You know, get people's attention. I mean, because at the end of the day, that blue like neon light is indicating what kind of like it creates like this nostalgic feeling. Because I mean, most of the time we're going to half the time we're going to Taco Bell and we're slammed. We are hammered, right? Obviously, we're sitting shotgun clearly because we would never drive there.
Wink.
Thank you.
But nonetheless, eating Taco Bell when you're blackout drunk is the way to do it. And so eating Taco Bell at night, that's like, that's what
exactly what they did. Whenever they started doing the up past 3 p.m. or 3 a.m. and then they'd have the little bell and the little neon bell on the commercials. Actually, we should talk about this in our next episode about the early 2000s, because that definitely has a lot to do with how pop culture and young people have shaped what Taco Bell is now.
All right, maybe we'll edit that out then anyway.
No, it's fine. So while Burger King was selling the collector's cups for Empire Strikes Back, arguably the best Star Wars movie, Taco Bell was working with some Trekkies for the third Star Trek movie, which is not a very good movie. Have you guys seen? Oh, Jordan, I know you haven't seen it. Devin, have you seen it?
I have seen it. I can't, to be honest with you, I can't remember it. I can't remember what happens in it. I've never been that much. I'm not much of a Star Trek guy, but I have seen most of the films.
So your boy got "Live Long and Prosper" tattooed on his neck.
Well, it's a high chest.
High chest area. And Jean-Luc Picard on my arm.
I feel like that was so. I mean, I don't want to ruin anything either, but I think it was really awesome how there was like a flip in the 90s where Taco Bell absorbed all of the Star Wars franchise stuff.
Yeah.
But I really do like, I feel like as somebody who is a fan of sci-fi, that like Star Trek stuff is absolutely more collectible. Like there's people out there who are much more crazy about Star Trek stuff. So I think that the fact that there's all of this, all those glasses from that era, it's cool. It's cool for collectors.
So speaking of that, in this campaign, Taco Bell come up with 4 cups. Now the first cup is Spock Lives, because the movie is about after Spock was killed by Khan, famously in the second movie. So they have movie. A Spock Lives. Yes, I totally agree. They have a Spock Lives cup. They have a Lord Krug villain cup, who was famously played by Christopher Lee. And it's not Christopher Lee, Christopher Lloyd. Jesus, completely different people. They had a Faltor Pan cup and the Enterprise Destroyed cup. And a lot like the 12 Days of Christmas promotion, a Big Bell was releasing a cup every week for 69 cents. So they were humongous. I remember my grandma had some of these cups, especially the Empire Destroyed cup, because I think that was the first film where the Enterprise was actually destroyed on film. So yeah, it was pretty badass. Those cups. They're again just little medium cups. They were glass. This is before they went to plastic, and they're still pretty collectible today.
They're super cool, and like the fact that you could get a glass, like you would have to order a drink, but you could get a glass cup for 69 cents was like super, super cool. Was this before? I couldn't tell. Like, was this before Taco Bell had a kids menu and were giving out toys? Because
I believe so. I think the kids menu came in the 90s. Okay. Because I think that's when I think they're trying to like compare the Happy Meal. Yeah, because up to the 90s, I didn't really read anything about toys or people getting collectible toys like in the Star Wars edition stuff.
I wish they still did that, because like I would still buy like a glass cup from a movie.
Hell yeah!
It's so much cooler than a Happy Meal toy. It's for everybody,
Yeah, imagine getting a Transformers Age of Extinction glass Taco Bell cup.
Boom! Just getting a little plastic Shia LaBeouf, yeah.
Yeah, so all throughout the 80s, Taco Bell ran a whole slew of campaigns. So this is when they really started releasing specialty items. And when I say specialty items, I mean stuff that just aren't tacos and burritos. So in 1983, they introduced the now iconic nachos. And they released that with a scathing commercial about fries being all phallic and floppy compared to the nice hard crunch of a nacho.
You can either eat a nice nacho shell, or you could suck on a fried potato. You could just back and forth suck on it until all the potato comes out.
I can't believe it was described that way.
Yeah, seriously.
Well, I described it that way because
okay.
If you look at the commercial, she's like sitting on a park bench and she's like looking at someone and they're like pulling out these like floppy fries that are like all drooped and phallic, and she's like, and then they're like, well, you could also get Taco Bell's new, and then it shows a nice little crunchy nacho.
They're erect chips.
You want some wet ass fries?
Or you want hard ass nachos.
Taco Bell for when you're sick of sucking the potato dick.
So in 1986, when Big Bell released the notoriously bad seafood salad. And in this commercial, Taco Bell had the audacity to criticize the McDonald's fish fillet.
Wait, so they didn't just have the audacity to make the salad? They had the audacity to talk shit about the fish fillet, which is an amazing sandwich, by the way. Amazing sandwich at McDonald's.
It is. It is an amazing sandwich. And the funny thing about this commercial is at the end, two employees are looking at this operations manual, and they're like, see, square means fish, round means beef. And it's just like fucking petty. You know what I mean? I don't know. It was so good. And I mean, there's a reason why the fish fillet is still around and the seafood salad. Listen to our first episode if you want to hear all the ingredients in the seafood salad and why it was so fucking terrible. But yeah, the commercial was, yeah, it was another one of those like really simple commercials where someone walks into a fake McDonald's and is basically talked down to. You know what I mean? Like they're basically calling the employees dumb for liking fish fillets.
I think audacity is the right word.
Disrespectful. Fucking idiot. You got to get the I don't know, the seafood salad. So much better.
What kind of fucking dummy would go get a burger? A seafood burger at that.
I'd like to go to Taco Bell and let the seafood salad dribble down my chin.
So
horrible.
Yeah, but you know, that's when they were really trying out these new items, and they were like, you know, they had specific commercials. They abandoned the jingle completely, and they actually they from what I can tell, they didn't have a slogan. You know what I mean? Like now, where they had Live Más, Viva Gordita, Think Outside the Bun, you know, stuff like that. They didn't really have a slogan to work on. But you know, no Taco Bell commercial or tie-in really stuck into the collective conscious like the 1989 Batman promotions. Like the Star Trek campaign, they had 4 cups, but these cups were, you know, big 32-ounce cups. They were plastic, and the campaign literally broke records. And even one franchisee said, we went from selling 600 large drinks a day to selling 1,000 large drinks a day. And then another location said that their profits went up 25%.
Dude,
just because of this one campaign.
It's because Batman's the shit. I mean, let's be honest. I don't think it's the cups. I think it's the Batman promotion.
Yeah, they're pretty badass. And, I mean, it also helped that the movie was really fucking good. You know what I mean? Like this movie... And as you'll see as we get into the 90s, Taco Bell places bets on like a lot of bad movies.
Are we going to talk about the Ghostbusters ad? Because I thought that was cool too.
So that the Ghostbusters ad, that was for a Taco Bell Blockbuster partnership. That wasn't them releasing stuff for Ghostbusters. They were saying, hey, come to Taco Bell, we'll give you a little pass where you can go rent a movie.
Voucher.
And they were just watching the Ghostbusters then.
Gotcha. Okay. So that was from the 80s, that ad, right?
No, that was from the 90s.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, that was from the 90s because That was when they were doing the Taco Bell dog.
Makes sense. Okay. Jumping the
Yeah.
gun here. Staying in the
No
80s.
no
when we're in the
worries.
90s.
So so all because of this amazing partnership, Taco Bell was completely amped to do some more movie tie-ins, but unfortunately they lost out to the next Batman film, Batman Returns, which went to McDonald's.
Mm.
Yeah.
Less
So
good of a
it
movie,
did
though.
good, but it didn't do that good.
Yeah. Less good of a movie. I would, if I could have a piece of Batman memorabilia from that era, I would much rather have something from Batman '89 than something from.
Yeah, I
Batman.
think.
I totally agree.
I think that's totally unanimous. I think that there's most people would agree with that for sure.
Even though Danny DeVito's Penguin was pretty fucking awesome.
Danny DeVito's Penguin is seriously etched into the horrors of my memory. Like it was so
biting off the mayor's nose and shit.
Oh, it's just so I just got chills thinking about it. Let's move on.
He looks like somebody who would order the seafood salad.
Oh yes. What man? That should have been a good tie-in. Because isn't there a scene in the movie where he's like eating a raw fish like Gollum?
Yeah, I remember that.
It's like come to Taco Bell and eat the seafood salad like Penguin.
So now we're in the 90s, and this will be just pretty much all about the movie tie-ins. Just because, like we had said in the beginning of the episode, the 90s was the peak of Taco Bell literal commercial success.
Eating tacos in the 90s. Hey Godzilla, come and find me. Hey George Lucas, where's my Hummer? No one wanted. What a bummer. Yeah.
The campaign's success hinged on how good the actual movie was. You know what I mean? And Taco Bell really found this out the hard way in 1995 when they spent a small fortune on the movie Congo. Do you guys remember this movie at all?
Hey, I'm not gonna sit here and listen to people badmouth Congo on this call.
Oh my god, you like that movie?
I love Congo. Are you kidding me? Oh god, great movie. Not critically, so I can see how it was a flop at Taco Bell. But wasn't that also the introduction of the volcano burrito? I mean, those were big things.
Yes, it was. It was also the introduction to a talking gorilla, which was, Mighty Joe Young did it better. Okay, that may be controversial, but Mighty Joe Young, it did it better because Congo actually had an opening weekend of $24.6 million, ultimately only making $81 million in the U.S. And it actually got the amazing Tim Curry a Golden Raspberry Award for Worst Supporting Actor. Can you believe that? Devin's over here praising this movie. It's Citizen Kane, when in reality it's a duty movie.
Hey, I don't know a single Transformer that got a Golden Raspberry Award.
Oh, well, I can pull up the list for you because I'm sure they have them.
Negative.
Congo is great because it's a bad movie. Congo is one of those movies. It's like Anaconda. Did you ever see Anaconda?
Anaconda's a great movie, though.
Yeah,
Anaconda, yeah.
Congo is great in the same way.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Anaconda is good because John Boy is a great villain. Ice Cube was the first black man to survive a horror movie.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
My question: if Anaconda is so great, where's their Taco Bell tie-in? Case closed.
So Taco Bell definitely bet on the wrong movie because that same year, Burger King was working with Disney on the Pocahontas campaign, and McDonald's was working with the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers on a similar campaign. So two objectively better movies.
Clearly.
Yeah, we're going up against this completely ass movie with Tim Curry as a supporting actor. But, 1997, Taco Bell really hit it big. They not only secured, one major movie promotion, but they got two. Okay, the first one being Batman and Robin the movie, which was
great movie, obviously.
What? You said great movie?
You didn't like it?
No, I don't like 30-year-old Robin.
Come
Wait.
on.
Are we thinking of the same movie, Batman and Robin, with Chris O'Donnell?
Chris O'Donnell? Yes.
Are you sure that's what you're thinking of, Jordan?
Maybe not. Fuck it. Take it out. Whatever.
No. Okay.
No, that's staying in. People need to know that you like bad movies.
No, we might not be talking about the same thing, but I don't want to go into it.
We won't leave it in. But in other words, that movie flopped as well. So they failed on that one. In that regard,
yes.
they did not pick well again.
Yeah, the only thing successful about that movie was this Taco Bell campaign.
Woo. Wow.
Yes. And of course, in '97, Star Wars and George Lucas got greedy and did the re-releases of the original Star Wars films, and they got that campaign as well, which was again another humongous success. And the movies were also humongously successful.
So that just fell right into they hit the gold mine on that one. I mean, it's like they make all of these horrible decisions. Let's go with how did the Star Wars even fall into their lap? They said oh, they just represented Congo and Batman and Robin. Yeah, probably a good partner.
I'm curious too, because obviously Star Wars is one of the greatest movie series of all time, and I'm like, man, how did they come up so heavy on that? Why didn't they go with anyone else? And I mean, obviously Taco Bell's the best choice, but I'm just saying.
Well, let's hold on. Let's put this in a pin real quick, because one thing I would like to talk about with the Batman movies, because they weren't humongously successful, just because Joel Schumacher and a bunch of studio interference, but they did release humongous plastic cups with game pieces, and the game was actually called Unmasked Batman. And the cool part is, you were able to win a Batmobile if you got the right piece. I looked it up, and of course, no one got the right piece, and nobody's
driving around in a 20-year-old Batmobile right now
with fucking 9 miles to the gallon. It was successful because it drove people to Taco Bell, but the movie it was complete ass.
Hey, lady, you think you want to take a spin in my Batmobile? No big deal. I won it when they released Empire Strikes Back in 1998 here at Taco Bell. No big deal. Just hop in. We'll go for a spin.
So in 1997, Star Wars A New Hope hit its 20th anniversary. And like I said, George Lucas and Lucasfilms got greedy, and they updated the trilogy with new CGI. They added scenes, and they ruined the who shot first, Han or Greedo. But I mean, people still ate that shit up. People loved it. With those re-releases, not only did they release cups, with the 32-ounce cups with the movable Stormtrooper, Darth Vader, and 3C3PO. Oh my god! But they also had iconic toys, and I remember these toys. I remember my dad had the Darth Vader magic cube, where on one side it was Darth Vader, on the other side it was Yoda, and I remember having the Boba Fett balancer. Did you guys have any of those?
I had, so I don't want to ruin anything again. I feel like I'm jumping ahead on this episode, but I did not have any of the, I still have some Taco Bell toys from when Phantom Menace came out. I don't know if we're going to talk about that today. But I do remember very, very kind of very specifically when those movies came out and were remastered, and they were huge everywhere. Yeah. Everywhere you turn, it was like this Star Wars reboot. So, I'm not surprised. I didn't have any personally, though.
Me either. I didn't have any. I was 4 years old, so I wasn't there yet.
I wasn't eating that. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't when I was 7 years old too. I wasn't Taco Bell. I didn't start getting into Taco Bell until I was older.
I mean, you also didn't have a TV
40s, in my 50s. Yeah.
Devin, you don't have to pretend, Devin, you don't have to pretend you were 7 when I was 4. It's all good.
Yeah, that's me. Most boomer guy on the episode. So I've heard. Go ahead.
So along with these cups, Taco Bell started a game just like the Unmasked Batman, but it was called Feel the Force. And the rules were super, super simple. All you had to do was buy a cup. You buy a cup. They had a little peel off. You stick it on your forehead, and it had it was heat sensitive. And it would show you what you want. You could win cinnamon twists. You could win some nachos. You could win an N64, or you could win a black H1 Hummer.
Dude,
wow!
When
Hummer was out by then.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was the big Arnold Schwarzenegger Hummers. You know what I mean? Like the actual legit military grade Hummers that got 2 miles to the gallon. But yeah. So I actually looked it up, and this Hummer was never won either. But it currently resides in the Orlando Auto Museum.
And
it's for sale.
Fascinating. I'd rather have the fucking Batmobile, honestly.
Well, you don't want a big Hummer with Darth Vader on the side?
There's Darth Vader on the side? Let me introduce you to my man Darth Vader here.
Talking about the full-size thing that they were giving out to people?
Oh, shit. That's actually one thing I forgot to mention. Is with the Batman 89 thing, people were stealing the large cutouts of them. So they had to stop doing promotions. People were legit stealing these humongous cutouts from Taco Bell.
Bro, they were just walking out the door.
If I walked into a Taco Bell and saw a life-size Darth Vader, that shit would be coming home with me. There's no
If I saw somebody stealing a life-size Darth Vader, I'd open the door for them and be like, I want to see you get away here. That is ballsy.
I mean, yeah. When I first saw that commercial, though, where they were putting the fucking thing on their forehead, bro, oh, man, I'm like, dude, I'm just like, this is corny, dude.
As fuck.
The Force, may the Force be with you.
Let me feel the Force. Oh, I want some cinnamon twists.
Yeah, let me feel the Force. May the Force be with you. You fucking.
Just rub it. Rub it around
on your forehead and you just the heat sensor I would have loved to catch any person putting that shit on their forehead, closing their eyes with it, praying for a Hummer.
They're using the Force.
I feel the midichlorians. I'm gonna win this one.
Dude, that shit was super corny, but I mean, if you're like a little kid, I can see how that would get you excited. You're like, yo, they're tapping into their Force, bro.
Yeah, no, and the thing is I believe that Taco Bell helped usher in a new generation of people who love Star Wars. Because I know that my dad got the re-releases, and I watched the re-releases, and I had all these toys. My cousins had the little R2-D2 with the little Princess Leia in it. I feel like Taco Bell was so influential in my life, in the sense that it brought pop culture that I probably wouldn't have been interested in to the forefront. Tell
us about this. Tell us about your experience with Taco Bell toys in the comments as well. We want to hear about if you had these toys and what they brought to you as a child in the 90s.
Yeah, definitely. And I also want to hear your opinions on who shot first, because Disney Plus also ruined that scene by showing by just muddling up the lore. So our next one. After Roland Emmerich's box office success with Independence Day, the German director got a shot at to bring the King of Monsters to America with Godzilla 1998. Now this was one of my favorite commercials, because the trailer alone really stuck with me, because you didn't really see Godzilla, but you saw him step down on Hank Azaria. Oh, another Hank Azaria reference. In the commercial while he's filming, and I remember the commercial where the Taco Bell dog has a bunch of tacos all over New York City trying to catch the Taco Bell. I mean, trying to catch Godzilla, and I don't know, that just really stuck with me.
No, but same here. When I was a little kid, dude, I was completely captivated by the Godzilla movie, and I mean, it was so cool, dude. I had bed sheets.
Did you like it?
Toys. Dude, I mean, when I was a little kid, I loved it, dude. It was awesome. I'll never forget this scene where like all that popcorn is flying around and the little babies start hatching out in fucking Madison Square Garden, bro. Dude, that movie was super cool. I actually did not know that Taco Bell, like, I didn't know before we like did this at Taco Bell did a commercial with them because I loved that movie. I watched it a bunch of times, so like it was dope. And I'm super happy Taco Bell like did some shit with them because. I mean, obviously Taco Bell's the shit, and so is that movie. So it was dope.
Yeah, and Taco Bell was lucky enough to secure the rights to promote Godzilla. While basically no one liked the movie, the campaign itself was a major success, and actually more successful than the movie itself.
What are you talking about? Nobody liked the movie.
That movie is a terrible movie. Have you seen the ratings on Rotten Tomatoes?
But I feel like it was really popular. I mean, maybe critically it got shit on, but I mean, I remember that movie like I saw that movie like fucking 3 times.
Yeah, I know. I saw the movie in theaters too. It's critically it was not a good movie, and critically it was a flop.
Man, fuck Rotten Tomatoes. That was part of my childhood. I fucking love that movie, dude.
I mean, the animated series was better. I don't know if you guys watched the animated series.
I did. A little bit.
Well, I remember from the toys. The Godzilla toys were especially awesome because you could get like, I remember seeing this ad, like strangely, I remember seeing this ad as a kid before I saw the movie where it kind of ruins the egg. You get one of the toys was like an egg that a baby Godzilla pops out of. So it kind of ruins that whole part of the movie. But I love those toys. And I don't know, like, that movie came out when I was 9 years old, right? So like, there's just something about like the marketing.
You don't have to lie. It's all good, bro.
Like the green and the black, like it just spoke so much to boys.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I also like Matthew Broderick's character because his name was Nick. So yeah, but this was another case where Taco Bell they released cups. And the cups, they also had the toppers. And they had a big Godzilla topper. Do you guys remember that at all?
Yeah.
With, like, the moving arms?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The shit was badass. But in addition to Taco Bell scoring, this, but also Doritos and KFC struck a deal and were able to promote Godzilla.
The big 3.
Yeah. And we'll talk about this in the next episode because there's a commercial where Pizza Hut, KFC, and Taco Bell all like do a Phantom Menace thing. And it's pretty good. You know what I mean? Like, it's cool seeing the Colonel chilling with, the Taco Bell dog and the Pizza Hut lady.
So we're going to leave Phantom Menace because I got some hot takes on Phantom Menace, and we're going to save that for next episode.
Oh, absolutely. We are leaving off our episode on Godzilla. Because we just move into the 2000s, and I have some hot takes on Phantom Menace, and I have some hot takes on Gidget, the Taco Bell dog.
Though Phantom Menace is technically 99, isn't it? Or am I tripping on that?
No, I do believe it's 99. But it also has to tie in really with the Taco Bell dog and the end of the era. You know what I mean, of the Taco Bell dog. So I don't know. Kind of, if you want to give your hot take on Phantom Menace, I'm totally down.
I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna save it for next week. I want to wait until we have a fresh 59 minutes to.
So that's where we're gonna leave off for this week. Catch us next episode to conclude our series on Taco Bell commercials. And like Devin said, go to our Facebook, go to our Instagram, on Twitter. Let us know which commercial stuck out to you, which movie tie-ins you remember, which movie tie-in cups you have, and what toys you have. We want to hear from you, Bell Nation. And Devin.
Yeah, thanks, Bell Nation. Just watch the videos, watch the playlist that we post as well, so you can actually see some of these commercials yourself. Follow me on Instagram at Devin P. Hanley. And
Jordan?
Yeah, I'm excited. Same here. Follow me on Instagram, your boy 112, YABOI 112. And like, comment, share. If you enjoyed it, keep sharing with people, keep talking about it. If you're laughing, dude, bring some people with you. Cause we here at the Cheesy Gordita Bunch, we believe in bringing people together and having a good time. And and laughing and enjoying, friendship. And this is a great way to do it. So we look forward to the next episode and hearing from you. Engage with us on social media, and we'll see you soon.
Hey, and one thing, stay off those potato dicks.
One thing I want to say, we're going to be promoting some petitions, just because there's some really butthurt people in Bell Nation about some of the recent changes. So if you can, share those petitions. Again, it's probably, Big Bell, they're listening, they're doing other stuff. But any way y'all can help, that'd be awesome. And of course, hi Mark, hi Jane.
Hello.
That's our show. Thank you guys so much. Have a good day. Have a good time. Thank you for listening.
Have a good life. Have a good evening. Have a good listen. Have a good walk. Have a good talk. Have a good run.
Have a good one.
Have a good one.
Yeah. Ooh, have a good one. This show is made possible thanks to listeners like you. For more great Cheesy Gordita Bunch content, follow us on social media. And if you'd like to support the show and hear exclusive bonus content, subscribe to our Patreon at patreon.com/Cheesy Gordita Bunch.